the Golf R for another drive. Fun times. Sounds so good. So when we fancy a fun drive, we turn off start stop because I don't really like it anymore. You put it in this mode, which shows you all the cool little graphics. You turn off traction control, make sure everything's all good. You let the temperatures warm up, which shows there. And you got a temperature gauge here as well. Well, that's oil, that's engine temps. And you got your kilowatts as well. So if I won't rev it because I'm yeah, there you go. So let's go for a drive and let's chat about the Mk8 Golf R and the things that it's going to have to, well, problems it's going to have to deal with in this day and age when it comes out. So let's talk about that and go for a nice casual drive in my Mk7 Golf R. Hi there guys, Sam here. As I've already introduced the video, but welcome to another video. You join me once again in the Golf R just for a nice little casual drive, a little chat about the issues that the Mk8 Golf R is going to have to deal with when it comes out, and will it ultimately deal with them? It's got to make sales ultimately to be viable. So let's talk about that, along with just a few other things, casual stuff, car related channel as always. So let's get into it. Absolutely gorgeous day for a nice little drive, and lots of nice little cars out as well. It's just nice to kind of just chill out and just enjoy the car. I'm not going anywhere, it's just a drive for the sake of going for a drive. And it's lots of fun in this Mk7 Golf R of mine. Formula 1 is actually qualifying, has just entered at Silverstone. It's so weird with no crowd there or anything. I regularly do try to go to Silverstone, if not every year, every sort of other year for the F1, and it's just absolutely bizarre. I remember some of my sort of early days there, sort of 10 years ago and stuff, and how much fun it was. And it's a different world we live in. But Hamilton's on pole, which is, I am a Hamilton fan, so that is good. And it should be an exciting race tomorrow. So we'll have to see. Predictions for top three, I'm probably going to go Hamilton first, Verstappen second, and I'm going to go Norris third. There you go. So you heard it here first, and I'll put this video out. Well, it's normally about 10 AM UK time. I put these out in the morning, so just before the race starts. So interesting to know your predictions in the comments below. But getting more into the actual video and what I kind of wanted to talk about, the Mk8 Golf R. So we still don't know sort of release dates or anything specific, which is a bit of a shame, because I'm sure we all would like to know a little bit more. If you're going to buy the car, you want to know as much information as you get. But okay, we're in 1st of August today. It's challenging, it really is challenging, but the car market seems to have improved. So actually, it's not the worst time to be producing a car. Now, the one thing that I love about my Golf R is that you can use it every day. It's just as good as doing 1,000 miles a month back and forth to work as it is having a bit of fun on the weekend. So that's really, really cool. And I hope the Mk8 kind of continues with that and kind of improves upon it. Because in the real world, for me to justify paying this amount for a car, it's giveaway to your right, by the way, just to let you know, so you didn't fancy doing that. So it's going to be quite challenging for the Mk8 Golf R to get it right, because it's got to be used for the road. That's how I justify mine. I can use it day to day, can do my normal stuff and all that kind of stuff. Whereas cars that ultimately got it wrong, you look at the Focus RS, they're not producing anymore for the latest generation of Focus, which I feel is a big loss. And that's because the Mk3 Focus RS, the previous gen, although they sold loads, it cost them a lot of money. They spent a lot of money on marketing and a lot of money on the fundamentals of the car, and they, as it's a Ford, they have to sell it at a particular price, which I don't really fancy overtaking while there's two lights tonight. So yeah, they lost out there. I mean, granted, premiums went up on that car quite early on, and they held their values today, particularly in the UK where there's a lot of fast Ford fanatics. But yeah, they lost something big time. So in order to really make it viable, it's got to be quite a safe and sensible solution. So all of you people who are probably thinking, oh, we're looking for a really fun and exciting car, you're just not going to get that in 2020. And if you did get that in 2020, that car probably wouldn't be around for the foreseeable. So, you know, take it from me, basically, on that front. But I still think that car can still be fun, even if they're going to be really quiet and a bit heavier and a bit safety led and all that kind of stuff. The Golf R Mark 8 has got to be careful. It's got to be careful on price. You know, I look at the price of some hot hatches today and it's frankly scary. Granted, I'd love an A45S. I think it'd be absolutely brilliant, but at a starting price of around £50,000–55,000 before you start speccing it up, it's ludicrous, frankly. On a mass-produced car, you know, it's not saying that's particularly going to hold its value. If you think you're getting that car as an investment, think wrong. You're going to be losing after 2 or 3 years £20,000–30,000, and that's no exaggeration. I'm sorry. Mark 8 Golf R, it's got to be priced in today's, based on today's market, hopefully less than £40,000, probably £37,000–38,000 would be a good price to go at. At least start them on their way, and then hopefully with discounts as time goes on, it might be sort of like maybe a 35 grand car with like a few hundred miles on the clock kind of thing. Sorry about the air conditioning and the blows, it's just a very hot day. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So price is important. Deals from dealers are important as well. VW are normally kind of alright, so we'll have to see on that front. The actual car I can just see as being a massive tech fest, which is just where we're at. That was 4th gear, 30 to 60, and I didn't even have my foot probably 60% down the throttle, and I'm up to speed straight away. So when you look in the world where you think you need to get faster and faster, you really don't. You don't need anything faster. So I think they're right in the fact that the power is quite similar, 500 and whatever, 500, I wish. 330 odd brake horsepower. So they've got that side of things right. The tech has got to work, you know, that's what normal, well, most people want. I personally couldn't give two shits how much tech is in my car. I just want it to be fun and do the daily duties kind of for me, and I'm a big car enthusiast, so I want it to have that little X factor, and I think the Mark 7 Golf R did have that. And then it's got to be able to settle down, blah blah blah. Can they do it? I think it's going to be really, really tricky, but I think VW is on a little bit of a roll. You know, they're coming out the back of Dieselgate, they're producing all these R models all over the place for all sorts of models, as I've kind of gone through before, and I think they can do it. I think we've got to kind of get behind them and see what it's like and see more about the car. But yeah, I just, you know, don't be surprised if it's not the most exciting thing in the world, is what I'm saying. It's got to be evolution, not revolution, really. You know, that's just my opinion. Like I talked about the Focus RS, they kind of changed the game with the drift mode and that four-wheel drive system from GKN or something like that. That's revolution. You know, it didn't really work out for them. So Focus RS is bang on the market, the Golf R. It's as simple as that. Oh, stuff for sale. Cuddly toys, nice. Deck system's probably going to be quite similar. This guy doesn't seem to know how to indicate or do anything. Oh, she can't even see over the steering wheel. Anyway, so the Haldex is going to be similar. Drive's probably, I mean, it's still based on that same MQB chassis. That's the thing. It's not that much different. I like heading down these roads, they're so much fun. Is he going to go? No. So let's see, can it justify the price over a Mark 7? I think that's probably the hardest thing. Can it justify the price over people who would buy these kind of cars new? That person looked like they were just going to come straight out. Can it be as good as an A35? Can it be as good as a well, Audi S3, I guess, when that comes out, which is basically going to be very similar. Ain't going to have a manual, so I'm not going to be able to do some of the stuff. It does turn in well, you know. Whee! Sorry, I'm massively off topic here, but cars are having fun, aren't they? You can rev match and you can play around. Oh man, I'm seriously going to keep this car forever. If I had a faster car, I'd lose my license. Anyway, let's settle down for a second. Gorgeous countryside around here. I think it can, and I think it's got a good following now, and I think they can do it. We need to see what those road tests are going to be like. We're going to have to understand the full details from VW, and as soon as we get them, I'll let you know. But let me know what you want to see, and I kind of look at kind of the bigger picture, I guess, and how this car is going to actually be successful for VW. You know, car enthusiasts are quite niche people, so not always going to be the big sellers. It's that mass population which is going to get the sales. So let's see how it goes. But yeah. I love cars, seriously. The great thing about this grey Golf is you can then just go straight back into incognito mode straight away. Twists and turns. As we hit a 40. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know your top 5 driver results for the F1 if you're into that kind of thing in the comments below, and let me know what you think the Golf R has got to be worried about when it's released. And yeah, as we hit a 30-mile-an-hour into a bit of a cruise. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and rest of your day, rest of your week, and yeah, give it a like if you've enjoyed this video. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers guys.